I'd like to say it was a pleasure for me share with all of you, or with mostly of you, this 3 days. Was a very nice experience. We started with a new experience for many of us this year with the virtual connection and exactly in this event with this conference. I only said thank you very much for your participation. In the 3 days, I feel a very nice and positive energy from all participants in this conference. It was a pleasure for me. I like to say mainly thank you for all the team and mainly to Michael for all of his job. I like to pass my words to Eric only because I like to talk for 1 hour, but we have no time. Eric, please.
Thank you, Javier. So typically during the conference, we'll have a membership meeting of everyone where the president or co-presidents will talk about the state of Nacra. So I'll spend 2 or 3 minutes talking about that, but I know you're all eager to get to the awards, so I won't take too long. I'd like to open by saying what a great honor it has been to serve as co-president this year with Javier. He and I make an excellent team, and to work with the entire executive board and the larger board as well. This is a great group of people. As you're going to hear me say later on, I urge you to see what you can do to join that great group of people. We were lucky to follow in the footsteps of past presidents such as Chris Cassidy and Kathy Savage and Jeff Shea and Randy Harris, who really set the bar high in terms of what was expected of us as co-presidents. And also we're looking forward to a new group of Nacra leaders. In a moment, we're going to figuratively and virtually pass the gavel to Michael Goldman. John Varlaro, who you've had a chance to meet over the past few days, is going to be stepping into the role of Vice President Programs. And this year, Cleanne Gabriel was elected as the VP Programs elect, and she will start that role now. One thing I would like to highlight about these new Nacra leaders, and to give an extra special thank you to someone else, 2 of the next 3 Nacra presidents will have are people who came through the Paul R. Lawrence Fellowship Program, Michael Goldman and Cleanne Gabriel. And I just want to thank Ann Lawrence for putting this program together and managing it, because it has been a tremendous source of pride and strength for Nacra, giving us leaders not only in the presidential track, but quite a few board members are also fellows from this program. So thank you, Anne, for that. Nacra is in a very strong position, a stronger position than we expected it to be in. At the meeting last year in Arizona, we had a lot of discussions around what we could do to improve Nacra, to strengthen Nacra, to turn around a trend we were seeing of declining membership. And then you throw into the mix the pandemic that shook us all up in March, and you would think we would be scrambling. Thankfully, due to the leadership of the board and the individual strengths of each member and their willingness to put in hard work, we are actually stronger this year in terms of membership, in terms of cases submitted to the conference, as Gina Grandi has pointed out, in terms of cases submitted to the journal, than we have been in past years. And so we should all be very proud of those efforts from everyone. This coronavirus pandemic and the need for a virtual conference has actually turned into an unexpected boon in terms of the ability for people around the world to participate and the ease for all of us to get together and talk about case research and case teaching. So this may not have been the year we expected it to be. It was certainly unexpected for all of us in all aspects of our lives. Here at Nacra, we're glad that we were still able to meet, we were able to converse, we were able to chat and give feedback on each other's work and have these roundtable sessions and have the startup sessions, just like we would have had in San Antonio, with, of course, one element missing. On that note, because now we've all been involved in this and we have an unprecedented, I believe, unprecedented number of first-time Nacra attendees, I urge you to keep working on your cases, to keep coming to Nacra if you can. If you know, travel funding isn't too difficult, Be a part of our case writing community. Get involved with the organization. I saw there was a poll posted by Michael Goldman earlier about what you want to do now, and a lot of people said they want to do all of these things, and that includes getting involved at the track level, getting involved with the journal as a reviewer or as a case author, and getting involved with the board if you see a good opportunity for yourself there. Maintain the connections you've made here with prospective co-authors, with people who are willing to give you feedback and help guide you. You know, this is about community. I said that in my opening address that some of you may have watched. Let's maintain that community and let's strengthen that community. Typically, right after the conference, I feel like I'm very energized. I feel like I'm ready to go, keep working on my cases. And then, of course, real life and teaching responsibilities and grading hits. Try and maintain that energy. Try and take the feedback you got over the past 3 days and put it to work right away, and while it's all still fresh in your mind. Set deadlines for yourself that you're going to get this case turned around quickly. So that is my exhortation to you. Get involved, work on your cases, keep coming back to Nacra. You see now what it's all about and the benefits you get from it. So please, maintain that. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the incoming president of Nacra. You've met him over the past 3 days. He's been seemingly everywhere at once on the Hop-In site, and that is, of course, Michael Goldman. I would like to point out that I have heard numerous times from various different people a version of the following. I wasn't sure about this virtual conference thing. When it was announced back in the spring, I didn't think this would work. I was very skeptical. I didn't know if I would get the same experience. And that is always followed up with, but it exceeded my expectations. My doubts were not well-founded, and this was an outstanding conference. We have Michael to thank. I would like to add one thing. I do have one minor complaint, Michael, and that is the food. It seems like everything I ate is stuff I could get at home. So we'll see what you can do about that. But now, without further ado, Javier and I would like to welcome Michael and virtually, ceremonially pass the virtual gavel to Michael, the new president of the North American Case Research Association. Thank you.
You take our hand.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Javier. Well, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to take on this daunting task of trying to fill Javier and Eric's shoes, two people's shoes. And it has been an unprecedented year. It's been a really interesting year for the organization. Randy Harris wants a survey for the food, Eric, so we're going to have to put that survey out as soon as possible. It has been an unprecedented year, and you've heard that phrase, I guess, in many contexts over the last few months. And we're not sure what still holds for this calendar year and for the coming academic year. And at times like these, we need to respond. We need to step up. And it has been a real pleasure to work with the executive board, but especially our two co-presidents over the last year. The organization has also gone through some changes. And if you speak to Linda Swayne about some of the constitutional changes, and one of those important ones is having these two co-presidents work together, again, in an unprecedented way, in an unprecedented year. So my thanks to Javier and Eric for leading our organization, for leading our board, and for mentoring and guiding me and the team to put everything together and certainly to think about the coming year. I'll have some thoughts a little bit later to share with all of you, and we'll be communicating extensively over the next few weeks and months about the plans for the organization. But we want to look forward now. And as Eric mentioned, we want to look forward to Orlando, Florida. And we want to think about the next conference. So I want to invite John Varlaro, our incoming Vice President of Programs. I'm delighted that John is picking up the mantle and he has some exciting plans for next year. So John, over to you.
Thanks, Michael. And again, first I want to say, just echo everything that was said previously. Trying to avoid the word unprecedented, but these really are for us unprecedented. And I think we understand the global context that we're in. And I want to personally actually thank all of the conference attendees, everybody that's been a part of this conference, knowing that we have our regular responsibilities. Then on top of that, the additional responsibilities that the pandemic has brought to us. So each and every one of you should be very proud and congratulate yourselves and your colleagues on the work that you've done in submitting for, writing for this conference, and participating in this conference. I also understand the shoes that I'm stepping into and the large role that the predecessors of me have laid out, and I look forward to stewarding my role and the conference in such a way that the next generation of leadership and the future leadership can step into. So I thank you, everybody, for that opportunity. I say all that because I think I still have the easiest job right now. They want me to promote Orlando, but I think the easiest thing for me to do is just have you look around where you are right now. Not to joke, but I don't think we could have, well, maybe Cancun or maybe Bali, but outside of those two places, maybe Orlando is the next best place. If you saw the call for proposals, June 7th and June 14th, 2021 are going to be the deadlines for the conference in October. We did have Orlando a couple years ago, and it's centrally located with SeaWorld, right near Disney. So obviously, if you're like me, you just go for the conference and you hole up in your conference room and do nothing but talk about cases with colleagues, take advantage of the great food, and then go back to your room. If you don't believe me, you can ask Nikki Amos, and I might actually not be too far off of the actual description. But for others that want to have both the social fun aspect, the family aspect, as well as the conference, Orlando is a great place, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you, as well as potentially your colleagues. I would encourage all of you to be evangelizing the case writing. Again, we get to come here and do two things that we love best: teaching and research, and what better to do that than in a sunny Orlando with our colleagues. So thank you very much, everybody. Good luck with the rest of the year, and we look forward to seeing you in Orlando. Michael?
Thanks, John. Chris should be joining us in a moment. The main focus of this plenary is our awards for the conference and for the association. So Chris Cassidy has chaired that process for us this year. So Chris, thank you very much. Over to you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for letting me do this. It's one of my last official responsibilities on the Nacra board. I'm the outgoing past president. And other than the paperwork, this is my last official duty. It's been a pleasure serving in Nacra, and especially serving as the chair of the awards committee. I had the especially great privilege to read a lot of the best cases. Any case that was nominated for an award or was recognized by the reviewers as being exceptional got put on my plate. We had about 20 cases, which myself, Eric Dolansky, and Linda Swayne evaluated as part of the awards process. We'll go ahead and go through all of the awards, and the first award we're going to announce is the best case written in Spanish. And I did leave a few leader slides in there so it wouldn't show in case I accidentally put up the presentation too early. So the best case written in Spanish, we'll have the drum roll now. The next slide, please. The case is Nutripunto y la Porpolla de Elementos Balanceados de Ubate by Ignacio Osuna. I'm not exactly sure how to do audio applause, but this is where we normally would clap and congratulate our award winner.
Congratulations, Ignacio.
Hi, everybody.
Congratulations, Ignacio.
Thank you very much for the prize. It's really an honor to having this prize this year. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I'm sorry for butchering the title of your case.
Thank you.
Very good. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide is the Jonathan Welch Memorial Award for the best case in economics, accounting, and finance, not restricted to any specific track. And the winner is this recommendation in my client's best interest? Mutual fund selection under fiduciary standards by Jan Sereno and Marie Di Vincenzo. All righty, let's move to the next award. The next award is the Ruth Green Memorial Award. This is the award given to the best case written by authors whose primary institution is outside of North America. And the winner of the Ruth Green Memorial Award is Mercado Libre, Inc., Fresh Products In or Out, by our current president, Javier Silva, Enrique Chamas, and Eduardo Calatan Villegas. Now, I've got to mention, normally the awards committee consists of the presidents, the past president, and most recent past presidents. And in deference to his co-authors, Javier really didn't feel that it was fair to them to write a really good case and have it excluded from the competition. So he sat off of the committee as an interested party, and we replaced him with other individuals that were willing to examine the cases. So congratulations, Javier. I'm so glad you did so well, and this case was recognized. The committee loved it. Very good. Let's go to the next case, which is our Best Newcomer Case Award. This case award is given out to first-time attendees at the Nacra conference, and it applies primarily to all the authors. So you can't have one author that was a newcomer and one that was not. And the winner of our Best Newcomer Case Award is Love Books, Passion and Purpose Driving the Small Business of Paper Book Sales by Verity Howorden and Amy Moore.
Congratulations, Verity and Amy. I see Amy's rushing up the middle of the hall now towards you, Chris, and Verity's coming up the left-hand side.
Oh, perfect.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We're running in. Thank you, team. This is wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate the recognition. Verity.
Thank you. What a beautiful surprise and a wonderful honor. And it's been awesome to be part of this journey. I'm slightly overcome. Thank you.
Congratulations. Our next award is the Best Ethics Case Award. And this award is given out to cases that fall into the category of ethics, corporate social responsibility, governance, and sustainability, though not necessarily restricted to any specific track. And the winner of the Best Ethics Case goes to Go Baby Go, Scaling a Social Movement Around Mobility by Maria Belicerto Sola and Stephanie Rabel. Ooh, what a great dance.
This is really exciting.
Yes.
This case was kind of cool because it involves go-karts for little kids. So
it's always a win, right?
Big social cause. Thank you. Thank you to the whole committee.
You're very welcome. Congratulations. Our next award is the Best Student Authored Case Award. And this is a case that's written by or authored by students. They can have a faculty mentor, but the mentor can't be a co-author. Later on, it's perfectly permissible for the faculty mentor to come on board and publish, but for the purpose of Nacra, it's really student work. And the winner of the Best Student Authored Case is Vector Digital, Capturing Artificial Intelligence Value After Adoption by Chris-Anne Roulet. Well, then moving on, let's go on to the finale, which are the 3 top awards for the best cases at Nacra for 2020. These 3 best case awards, we call them the bronze, the silver, and the gold, in increasing importance, represent the best cases presented at Nacra. So let's go to the first one, the bronze medal. And the winner of the bronze medal for 2020 is Throwback Brewery, Performance Appraisal Decisions to Ring in the New Year by Danielle Clark, Armin Galinsky, and Alo Galinsky.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is anybody else coming down the aisle?
No, funny story. Armand and Alo couldn't be here because they're actually at Throwback right now.
Oh,
They're in.
How's Throwback? Are they on fire or anything?
They've been able to recover quite nicely, actually.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad they're having some fun.
Yes, yes.
I assume fun. Oh, it's probably more research.
Right. I think
research.
that's what I think that's what they're calling it.
Let's move on to the next award, the silver medal. The silver medal for 2020 is presented to Urban Axes, first mover in the U.S. experiential entertainment by Marilyn Anthony. And let me just I'll preface this. We're not talking about the technical precision with which these cases were written, but when you've got cases that involve little kids in go-karts or throwing axes or axe throwing mixed with alcohol, it kind of makes for an interesting case. Then let's go on and recognize our top award-winning case for 2020, which will receive our gold medal. This is the top case of Nacra, and the winner is Change in the Time of COVID, Determining How a Lived Experience Circle on Homelessness Adapts Their Team Development Model by Kylene Myra and Carrie Rempel. Welcome, Carrie. Welcome, Kylene.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks so much, Will. We're a little worried about the meaty or chocolate cake topic that we heard about in our session, but we so appreciate it.
Very much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. To all of our award winners, I'd like to give our thanks. The committee that did the reviewing for the Best Case Awards had a great time. It was a lot of reading. I think Linda pointed out we read close to 1,000 pages of cases. But it was a labor of love because we're reading the best cases that Nacra has to offer. For anybody who's interested in the leadership track, this is one of the high points. You get to do this for a couple of years in a row. It's always a great honor to be able to read everybody's work. And it's always nice to see the breadth and the depth of talent we have in Nacra for putting great cases together. All right. The next thing I have the privilege of doing is introducing Linda Swayne, who is the chair of the advisory board. Linda will present the next set of awards for the conference.
Great.
I've had the great pleasure of working with both of these past presidents of Nacra over the years. I've learned a great deal from them, especially when to get out of the way, which is right now.
Congratulations to all of our award winners. We're very proud and we're very pleased with the quality and the depth of the cases that we've had a chance to see this year.
I would add my congratulations also to the case award winners. It was truly great fun to read the cases, and it was amazing how well the three of us agreed on the winners of the various categories. It was a very interesting and smooth process and fun to do. So as the chair of the President's Advisory Board, it is typically my pleasure to introduce our fellow nominee and winner for this year. But Randall Harris is going to do that this time. Go ahead, Randy.
Thank you so much, Linda. And I'd like to just take a moment and to thank our leadership of this conference. And in particular, I would like to thank our incoming president, Michael Goldman, for a successful transition to an online environment this year. We're pleased and we're proud of the leadership that's emerged in our organization, and my sincere thanks. We stand on the shoulders of giants. All of us have reached our level of competence and success through the works of others. And it's oftentimes the unrewarded things that really mean the most to us, especially here in the Nacra organization. And the Fellow Award is not only for the contributions that one makes in case writing, but also for the contribution one has made to the organization itself. But with that, I'd like to tell you a little story. I was actually in Florida in late 2014 at an entrepreneurship conference, and I had the great privilege of watching David Rosenthal, a former past president and fellow of our organization, teach a case at the entrepreneurship conference. And what I got in about 45 minutes was a masterwork in case instruction. And I watched Dave very systematically and carefully pull out the pieces from myself and others in the audience, the Timmons model, which is a model of entrepreneurship. And the case that he taught was a case called Cowgirl Chocolates. It was a case actually published in the Case Research Journal in 2002. And what's interesting about that is that the author of that case is actually our fellow this year. John Lawrence has contributed not only as a case writer, he's actually the Tate Award winner for 2020 for the best case published in the Case Research Journal in 2019. John Lawrence has also served as an editor of the Case Research Journal. He has personally nurtured me and countless others to bring out the very best in their case research in the Case Research Journal. But further, John, amongst others, was actually responsible for the movement of CRJ from our former website to the new platform on which we now interact. And so in many ways, John Lawrence helped to lay the groundwork for our success at Nacra in 2020. It's the groundwork that was done over the last several years, including Jeff Shea, Kathy Savage, Chris Cassidy, and many, many countless others that has enabled us to move into this online venture and format. And a fellow is someone who has made that type of contribution fundamental to our organization. So today here, I would like to present the Nacra Fellow Award to John Lawrence of the University of Idaho, our Nacra 2020 Fellow. Congratulations, John Lawrence.
I would like to, in closing, say to everyone some famous words from one of our Nacra editors of some years ago, Lou Brown. The 3 words after the Nacra conference: revise and resubmit to the Case Research Journal. So I hope you've had a great time at the conference and learned a lot from your fellow case researchers and have the opportunity to get that case that you brought, or for some of you, a startup case, and get that developed into a full case and submit it to CRJ. Gina is waiting to get your submissions. So have a great year. We hope to see you, not with quotes around it next year, but in real life. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Chris. A round of applause for putting the awards together and for shepherding that over the last few months. So thank you so much for all of that. So it falls to me with a few minutes to go before the end of our conference time, although there will be some socializing after that, so please don't run away. It falls to me to make some final thank yous. And so I want to highlight the role of the track chairs, the table hosts, and those people who put together the New Views sessions during the conference. And of course, Linda and Rebecca on the Startup Case Workshop. These are the core aspects of the conference. In your polls that you've completed on Hopin, you've shown us again that these small group conversations, these collaborative, collegial conversations, are the ones that have huge value for you. So I want to thank them. I want to thank the track chairs. I know John has a wonderful team in place to work with him towards Orlando, Florida. Let me reinforce Linda's comment about revising and resubmitting. At the end of last year's conference, you heard me make that crazy statement about submitting by Christmas, but I really think it's an opportunity for us over the next few weeks to take the feedback and to do something with the great work that we've brought into this conference and that we're taking out of the conference. Obviously, Orlando, Florida, and next year's conference is critical to us, and so we are very keen for as many of us to be participating in some way in that conference next year. But in addition to that, let me say that we're going to be rolling out a number of activities during the year. As you've seen already with our partnerships with some of our publishing partners, we're going to be doing online events and perhaps some physical events throughout the year to really grow the Nacra membership and provide continued value. I want to thank one more person, and that's Jordan Hall. And Jordan hasn't really been on screen for many of us during the conference, and I sent him a message and asked him to be here, so he's probably hiding in the back. I see Jordan has just run in through the back door. So Jordan, an opportunity for you to come on stage and to get the applause of everyone. So can you grab video and audio right here, Jordan? So ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Hall.
Hello, thank you.
So Jordan, you may have missed my comments, but congratulations to you. Thank you so much for stepping up. You've been a great support over the last 3 days and few weeks. And I know everyone is really appreciative of the work you put in to make all of this work really well. So Jordan, well done. Great job. Enjoy the beer later tonight.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, Jordan. So with that, let me close this plenary session. As I mentioned, please don't run away. The networking will still be live. The expos will still be open. Please go visit our partners and learn more about the conference for next year at our Orlando, Florida 2021 Expo. And we will have the Nacra Cafe open for coffee, wine, beer, and anything else that you enjoy. So with that, I want to thank Matt Orley for putting the sketching summary together. You may have seen one of those on Twitter already, and so we will be posting those. And there was also a copy of videos. All the recorded sessions, including this one, will be downloaded and edited after the conference. And as we catch our breath over the next few weeks, we'll be posting that to the Nacra website for all our members to continue the engagement and the learning after this. So with that, let me thank you. Let me wish you well. I will see you in a cafe or a networking session soon, and I will see you on the other side of a case conversation, I hope, in the coming weeks. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.